Hello and welcome. My goodness, it's December already and I have still not done my November faves and flops, so here they are. Oh my goodness. It's been crazy. I'm moving. I got accepted into a senior housing complex and I'm moving. So I've been awfully busy trying to, working my last days at the job, transferring all my addresses and all that stuff over, packing, making plans. I mean, it's going to happen in December, which is really weird, and don't have a lot of time, but I wanted to get this video out, and then I'm actually officially retiring, and that is just such a weird sounding thing for me because I'm very, very bubbly and active, and I always equated retirement with not being active and bubbly, and so it's going to be a learning experience, and I'll take you down the road there with me. I'll have more time for YouTube videos and I'll have more time for research, and I'm really happy with that part of this whole thing, and I think that in all it'll benefit all of us. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was that with the Sephora sale, I got a few things there. One I have been having an absolute blast with. This is the perfume sampler, and this was the more expensive one, but on the sale I got a lot off on it. But you get 20 samples of perfumes inside of a makeup bag, and then they give you a certificate to get a real perfume. Let me just show you all of these perfume samples that you get. There's 20 different scents, and they have a list of them, all 20 of them. These are the ones they're trying to push for one reason or another. Either they think they're really popular or they want to push them and sell them. Some of them actually have been discontinued in the live stores, which I found out to my dismay, that you can't get some of them. And of course, I think Nest Golden Amber was one of the ones I liked, and they said they don't carry it anymore. So I think it's kind of, some scents are very popular and very modern. Some scents are not so well known, but I had a ball. And what I did was I spent a whole day with the perfume scent. I would take the scent and I would spray it. You get these little sample size. So I'd spray it here, spray it here, spray it down there, and I would spend the day with it. I'd drive in my car, go to work, see how long the scent lasted. I could test it out really well. And I came up with my top contenders, and this is the one that you get a certificate to get a full size of one. And so the one that I selected was Tom Ford, and it is called Cafe Rose. So all in all, each of the 20 scents were so much fun to go through. I mean, you just have a ball doing it. And the savings event was fun. I got a few other things that I'm not sure I was as happy with. But this particular scent packet had 20 really interesting flavors. Some of them were new, some of them were very popular, Donna, Born in Roma, things like that. I absolutely enjoyed this, probably more than anything I've bought at Sephora in a long time, because I really took the time. All 20 of those scents, I tried each of them on, and initially, when you first spray a scent, you may not like those initial top notes, but what you don't realize is that you live with what it dries down to for most of your time wearing it. It's what it dries down to, and those bottom baseline notes are what stay with you. So I think that this was kind of a lot of fun, and I enjoyed the fact that I got a $125 perfume. I think this was one of the more expensive ones on the list, but you get a full-size one of any of the 20 that you try. So I think that's just an incredible deal. If they still have these, this is a terrific gift for somebody, because they just have to take that certificate in to a real Sephora store, and they can select one of the 20 as a full size, and you can select it too unless they're out of it. I did have to mention the Gucci Flora one. I saw it in TJ Maxx for $69, so that one you can get cheaper if you get it like at TJ Maxx. So I would opt for one of the other ones. Donna Born in Roma was probably my next choice. And this was really interesting. It's different than other perfumes that I have. But again, this was like a wonderful buy, a great deal. You got a little bit of, you got a makeup bag with it as well. But I really enjoyed that Sephora find. I found a Sephora that was carrying the Vanngo, or Vanngo. He is a young makeup artist of the stars. He does a lot of celebrity makeup, runway makeup. He is from, I believe, originally Vietnam, and he and his mom and his 5 brothers and sisters moved as refugees to Thailand when he was young, and his mother raised these 6 children in this foreign country and to grow up, and he just admires the heck out of her. He named a lot of the shades of his lipsticks and his other products after his mother and his event and his life and the city they lived in when they first emigrated, or were refugees. And I wanted to try this because he's just such a nice guy. He has his own channel, and his name again is Vanngo, V-A-N-N-G-O, I believe it's spelled, not like Van Gogh or Van Gogh the artist. It's not in a lot of the stores live, but it is in some of the flagship stores. So I got a lip liner and 2 lipsticks, and I got the eyeshadow palette that's the most neutral. So as far as the lip liner goes, everybody raved about these. They are twist up, so you can twist up this. This is Follow the Natural line, which is your basic, really good outlining a natural lip. I found it's very creamy and it goes down rather quickly. So, but it does last really long. It looks great on the lips. It's a great universal color. And so that is Follow the Natural line, and that is the lip liner from Vanngo. Really nice. And I was not sent any of these products. I just really like the guy, and I want to support people who I think are just really nice people. Why not? Because I'm not going to support Jeffree Star, All right. The lipsticks that I actually got 3 lipsticks, and I returned one of them because it was just a little too dark and blue toned for me. But Mom May is actually his mom, Mom May, and that is a really pretty shade. Let me see which one this is. This is Mom May. And it's a beautiful natural shade. And it was named for his mother, Mame. The packaging's really nice. It's a very luxurious feeling. You've got that the magnets on the casing. The packaging on the outside is also this kind of a red tone, and it is actually the color of Vanngo Red, and that is his most famous shade. I didn't think it was for me. It was just a very bright neon kind of reddish brick shade, and I couldn't do it. So I got Mame instead. I think that's a really nice kind of calmer looking shade. The other shade I got is a little bit wilder, and it's called Wild Rose. And that is just a little bit more, it's a brighter shade. This is Wild Rose. Really, really nice. The formula feels really smooth, feels luxurious, very hydrating, very emollient, absolutely wonderful. Now that being said, the eyeshadow palette, this one is the new neutral palette. This is the most neutral, everyday. There's a mirror with it. It has shimmers and it has a couple of mattes. It has your good base eye, you know, your lid shade, your transition shade, and a couple of deeper shades for the corners and for lining. But I just found the shimmers to be a little bit lackluster. They don't really, they're not foil-like, you know, but they will pop up the look a little bit. They're very subtle. And let me just go up here. They're very subtle. They're elegant and subtle. But I think in general, I just didn't find the eyeshadow palettes were the quality I would expect for the price that they were. And I believe normally they retail for $50-something, $54. I wouldn't recommend them. And they had like several there. They had greens, they had pinks and oranges, and they had blues, and they had purples. They had a warm neutral shade grouping. And I really would love to support this guy, but I cannot recommend the eyeshadow palette. And that's just, you know, it's just too bad, because I really enjoyed the lip products, and I have heard that the blush and the bronzers are wonderful. I find that a lot of drugstore blushes and bronzers are doing it for me, so I'm not going to spend the extra money on something high-end. And I think a lot of people are in that boat right now, because we're going through a little bit of financial stuff right now in the US. Yeah. I'm being very careful not to mention it. So speaking of getting old, I bet you don't know what this thing is. It looks like a wheelbarrow missing the wheel, but what this is I have been having trouble. I wear booties a lot, and I wear fleece lined booties a lot. It's very cold here in Connecticut. And when it comes time to pull my boots off, I'm having an awful time. And when I'm bending over, it feels like my liver's wrapping around my rib cage. So I want to demonstrate this for you real quick. And you can get that on Amazon. I always like to mention food during my videos, and this is at Aldi's right now. This is the Moser Roth. These are the cocoa dusted truffles, and these are absolutely my favorite chocolate in the world. It is a rich, deep, beautiful milk chocolate, and it's dusted with a little bit of cocoa powder. So when you first put it in your mouth, you get a little bit of hit of that unsweetened cocoa powder, but then it melds with the interior, which is this beautiful smooth milk chocolate. It is my favorite chocolate, absolutely. And that is from Aldi. It's a seasonal item, so definitely pick it up if you see it, because you will not be unhappy. It's a beautiful chocolate, one of the smoothest, richest, wonderful chocolates I have ever eaten. I think this was in a TJ Maxx. Santana coffee for K-Cups. Carlos Santana had my favorite leopard boots. I used to have some boots from him because he was quite an entrepreneur. But this is his own brand of coffee, and I thought I would pick that up. It's kind of bland. It's made in Italy, and I think it's probably made by the same people who do Ilia coffee. I'm not sure. I can't prove anything It's not as robust as a Lavazza coffee. It's more towards the Ilia range. So Santana coffee K-Cups, disappointing. I'm still a donkey girl. This young lady is a YouTuber. Her name is Abbey Yung. And I watch her videos every time because she does a lot of research, and she'll do several, like she'll take all the mascaras that have been released, all 50 of them, and she'll show you each one and tell you the differences of each one and the nuances. She's younger, but she's extremely knowledgeable, and she's very thorough in her research. So when I happened to be in a Target, I saw this in the hair care section, and I'm like, oh my goodness, because she has like the most beautiful hair on YouTube. And this is the Abbey Yung Favorites from OGX, and that's a French brand. I've used their coconut oil before on my hair, and I've really loved it. But this is her favorites. It's a hair mask, a heat spray, and then an oil to put on your hair. And they're full-size products. But this is the spray, the heat spray before you blow dry. This is the mask. And then this is the oil. And I think all of my only disappointment was that there wasn't a shampoo and conditioner in there as well. But you shampoo, condition your hair, you use this mask, you leave it on your hair for about a minute or two, and then you rinse it out. And then when you get to your table where you do your hair, you'd spray this on and zhuzh it through. It's a detangler and a heat resistant spray. Then after your hair is dry, you would put some of that oil on and zhuzh it through your ends. And I was just so pleased with this because I do like OGX and I do like her. So this was like a win-win. And this is a gift pack that they're selling at Target right now. And while I'm not a real fan of Target, this is one of the only places you can get this, and also the this that I like, the Prequel half and half, which I love, which is a yeah. So anyway, Abbey Yung, the favorites from OGX, absolutely wonderful, a great assortment, a fair price, and I'm so glad for her getting this deal. Guess what this does? This is a rolled up piece of tin foil. It's about the size maybe of a golf ball. I've got it about that size. I've just squished it in. You throw this into your laundry wash along with your detergent and your clothes, and it de-electrifies the wash. Apparently there's some kind of electrical thing that goes on in the water, and that it traps dirt on the clothes. And having this in there, it's some science thing, okay? I'm not a scientist, but it deactivates that electric effect on the clothes, and it makes your clothes release the dirt, and it cleans your clothes better and they dry better. So I put this in the wash, just one or two of them in a big wash or one in a medium-sized wash. And you can use it 2 or 3 times before, I guess, all of its science stuff is not working anymore. But I think it's a great idea, something different. And I've done it now through 4 wash loads, and my clothes seem great. They dry fast. And I don't know if I can overall tell a huge difference because my clothes are never really super dirty. But the whole idea of the electromagnetic field or whatever in your washing machine, when it's friction, water, and electricity all together, and this deactivates it. The molecules are deactivated by the rolled up tin foil. This is baby shampoo, and in it I have mixed a tablespoon of rosehip oil and a tablespoon of apricot oil, and shaken it up. And I was told by this dermatologist that this is the best body wash you can have. Baby shampoo, a plain old baby shampoo, you'd pour just a little bit out, and then you can put a tablespoon of each of these 2 oils in it, and you've got a perfect body wash. It's good for your skin, it's cleansing, and it won't, if it gets in your eyes, it doesn't sting them. You know, it's just the perfect thing for homemade body wash if you are really looking to save some money on, and also for perfumes. So uncomfortable am I talking about this. This is Persimmon soap, and I have many times been in a store or a place and people have walked by me and there's this smell of mustiness when they walk by, like they haven't washed their clothes or something. It's not that bad kind of body odor smell, it's something else. It's a musty, dusty kind of smell. And believe it or not, and this is the word for it, it's a real thing. When you turn 40, men and women, your body starts to change, and you release through your skin a scent, and that scent is that scent, that musty, dusty, old person scent, the old lady stank. It is awful. And of course, over in Japan, they are just masters of hygiene over there and masters of ritual. They have created a soap that counteracts the properties of that old person smell. And it's Persimmon soap, and it's not expensive. I got this one on Amazon, maybe $4. But it's just a simple soap. And so what I do is when I'm in the shower, I will use the Persimmon soap in all the areas, you know, basically under the breasts, under the arms, in the nether regions, behind the legs, under the feet, anywhere where you would be sweating, back, neck, front. And then I would use the regular body wash if I want a scent. This is not really scented, it's not expensive, and it counteracts, there's something in persimmon, some enzyme in persimmon that counteracts that old person smell. Apparently you can't even smell it on yourself sometimes, and you're the one projecting. And I know that I take a shower every day, and you think to yourself, well, I take a shower every day, I'm not one of those people. Yeah. After a few hours, you project it. You do. And you probably smell it in your clothes when you're on laundry day. You probably smell it in your clothes. It's a musty smell, and I know you have smelled it. You've been behind somebody in line at the grocery store with that smell. This counteracts it, and then you can use your body wash or whatever. But just a plain shower with soap will not keep it at bay all day long. It's going to come back. So there's just one more thing to check off on our little list of fun things about getting older. The old lady smell. So Persimmon soap, they have it on Amazon. If you happen to see it in a natural food store or whatever, that's what it's for. And the Japanese came up with it. Very brilliant folks with hygiene products and stuff. They're really into the skincare and stuff like that from Japan. Is just superb, and they figured it out. But if you, and this is really awful, but if you're on Amazon and you put in old lady smell soap, something like that, it's going to come up. Persimmon soap is going to come up. It's a thing. Oh my God. I know you've been waiting for that. This is from Essence. It's called the Silky Blur, and it is a pore minimizing blurring primer that you put on underneath your makeup. Well, the second I pour this out, I always shake anything like this, but the second I pour this out, it dries immediately. I think this is really made for, it's made for young people with oily skin, because it's already, you know, and it doesn't, it's not tacky, but it dries down to nothing. I think my makeup looks fine with it on, but I think it's for people with oily skin, because that it dries so quickly, and it's not emollient or glowy or anything. It is truly blurring, and it says it's got niacinamide in it, which is really interesting, because it says silky, but it's not. It's not silky. It just dries down. But it's inexpensive. I mean, absolutely anything in the Essence line is. But you know, Essence and Catrice, they're owned by the same company, and Essence was developed for children and teenagers, young teens with limited budgets. Catrice is kind of for the working 21 and over crowd. And both of them, I guess, they don't care if old people try their stuff. But I think this Essence line is really made for people with oily skin and not a lot of texture. You know, maybe acne. So, yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I have been going to TJ Maxx a lot, and I noticed that there's a lot of REM products. That's Ariana Grande's line, and they just released a bunch of Wicked themed products, and they're not doing well because they're very overpriced for what they are. And I've seen that. I mean, the eyeshadow palette looks very interesting, but I'm not going to pay the price. It's very expensive. I don't know what if she's involved with it or not, but it's in TJ Maxx now. A lot of this stuff is in TJ Maxx now, and it's like $7.99 for this eyeshadow palette. This reminds me a lot of the Jane Iredale. Do you remember Jane Iredale stuff? This reminds me a lot of her stuff. Maybe it's made in the same place, I don't know, but it's very similar in the concept. But for $7.99, I didn't think it was all that great. And the quality wasn't anything to write home about as compared to like some drugstore stuff or ColourPop. So, yeah. I do, however, like these cream blushes. And this Chorus Girl, this, absolutely wonderful. If you're a light-skinned white girl, this is just a beautiful color. Let's see if I can show you. Let me put in the most awkward part of my hand. Yeah, Chorus Girl. I actually paid full price for this many years ago, and I happened to see it at TJ Maxx, and it is $5.99. The other thing, foundation. The foundation, $6.99 at TJ Maxx. This is REM foundation, and I don't really like it, actually. Nice packaging, really nice packaging. It looks patchy though on the skin. It's very patchy, and it dries down kind of weird. So I can see where people didn't like it, and I don't know what her target audience is, but it's definitely not anybody over the age of 20. So I'm disappointed. I don't wish her badly with this, but I think the price points are weird. There's no cohesive product flow, and the only thing that I say I really liked and I thought was excellent quality was the cream blush sticks and Chorus Girl. But how old is this? I mean, I bought mine a few years ago. Is this from the same batch? I don't know, because a lot of stuff at TJ Maxx is old stuff or discontinued stuff. So REM, I don't know what's going to be the future there. If the Wicked stuff doesn't sell, I think they're going to go out, because I've seen the Wicked nail polishes and the Wicked some of the Wicked other stuff from last year's release in sales places like TJ Maxx and stuff. They have the Wicked stuff there, so I wonder if that's what's going to happen to this year's. Now the brushes look great, except she wants $32 for the brush. Can't do it. Makeup bag is adorable too. It's like the forest, really cute. I haven't seen the new one yet. I will see it probably within the next couple of weeks. Been real busy moving. One of the biggest surprises I had this year, and I bought this at the Sephora Sale, is the Kulfi concealer. This has got to be one of the best concealers I've ever used. And what a surprise. I have to try more from that brand, because a lot of other things people seem to like a lot of the other things from the brand Comfy too. I don't know very much about this brand. Maybe I'll do a docutorial on them now that I'm going to be retired and I'll have the time to research. Comfy. And I got not the lightest shade, I think the next lightest shade. This is Misty Maple is the name of this shade. It is Main Match Concealer. Yeah, just put a little dab will do you there. And I know you're supposed to wait for it to set and all that stuff. But this doesn't crease, it doesn't dry cakey, it's absolutely amazing. Amazing. Now I know that Maybelline recently released a lifter concealer and a lifter foundation, and it's online only. I think I saw Jen Phelps reviewing it, and she liked the concealer a lot, not so much the foundation. She said it's not good for texture. Somebody else also said something about it clung to texture. So that's not a good sign. However, the concealer has been given good reviews. I've gone to several stores looking for it and I don't see it anywhere, but I did find the Cloud Top from Maybelline. This is, I swear these are like the mousse ones from, I want to say early 2000s or mid 2000s. They had these blushes that were this moussey kind of thing, and it feels the same. So maybe they've brought it back in a new format. It's a glass container. This shade, this is called Coral Illusion number 5, and I do think it's like the Maybelline mousse blushes from the, I want to say mid 2000s, because I don't think I had even started my YouTube channel yet, and I started my YouTube channel in 2013. So it's before then that these came out the first time, and I think they've just re-released them because they feel so good, just like those. And I know I've used them. So this is really nice. I do recommend these, definitely. Cloud Top from Maybelline. I have two holiday advent calendars I'll be talking to you about in a separate video. So they're from W7, because I do like W7. They make really good advent calendars, so I'll be going over those in a video that will be released pretty much around the same time this one is. But I have other W7 items that I really like, and this is one. This is the Hollywood Bronze and Glow. Guess who they're imitating? What a beautiful pair of face products this is. The bronzer is absolutely wonderful. It's sort of a neutral glow, and then the this is beautiful. This reminds me of the Marilyn Monroe highlighter that they had from the Wet n Wild special they did on the Marilyn Monroe. It was my favorite highlighter because it made you look like an oil painting. It was so pretty. But these two are together in the W7 section. A lot of CVS's have a W7 section, and this is definitely worth checking out. This is the Hollywood Bronze and Glow, and I don't know if they had two shades of this or not. I think it was just white girl shades, which that's unfortunate. And I will talk about the other things when this video ends. The other one will come up very soon after this one. Morphe came out with a holiday eyeshadow palette, and I've been really enjoying the Morphe palettes, and so I thought I would pick it up. And they went with the berry theme, which I thought was neat. Now I have this one and I have this one from Morphe because I do like the quality, and I think they're very high end for what they are. This particular one is called Naughty. Just up my alley. There is a mirror here on one side, and then you've got these beautiful berry shades, but also bonus, you've got your base shades. You've got your light lid, you've got your medium crease shade, you've got your deeper shades for the corner and for lining. You have some holiday sparkle here in a berry tone. which I like. I don't have a lot of berry tones in my collection because I'm a spring, and that's not really a berry season. And yes, I still do the Color Me Beautiful thing. Sort of a spring, wearing all the wrong colors today, I might add. But this is just so pretty. And this is kind of a holographic duochrome thing. It does not go down the same shade as what it looks like in the pan. It changes. I do like this very much. I guess it's probably a limited edition. The packaging is really pretty. It'd make a really nice gift for somebody. Morphe, and this is the Naughty palette, seasonal release from Morphe. And you know, Morphe just makes wonderful eyeshadow palettes. This is the new Morphe. This isn't the old Morphe. This is the smaller one. That is Rich Glitch, and then this one is Shimmering Sands, I think. Flickering Sands. This is your basic neutral, and of course they have the mirror on that side, but this is Flickering Sands. Really high quality. The shimmer is shimmery. The mattes are pigmented. Absolutely wonderful. Morphe can't be beat right now in the drugstore for those. Now I returned this, and I do have a picture of me holding the palette. I returned this. This is Natasha Denona's Eye Sculpt Texture and Tone palette. I was so disappointed in the quality of this. I saved this little eye tutorial from it. It was terrible. The pigmentation was terrible. There was fallout. It didn't last. It creased. The colors were just blah. Nothing was good. And when I took this, I took it back. I got it at the Sephora Sale, and I took it back, and I actually exchanged it towards my perfume assortment. She said, you know, you're not the first person who's brought this back. And I was like, wow, you know, because I figured I had a reputation at Sephora for being the, you know, the return queen. I'm always returning things to them. But she said a lot of people have returned this to the store unhappy with it because the cost is high and it's not worth it. It looks like it would have wonderful shades and tones, and it doesn't. They just don't, it just doesn't work. It was so disappointing. I think the last, and she said something else about some previous palette that she put out that people didn't like either. I didn't buy that one, so I don't know, but yeah, so I don't know what's going on with Natasha Denona, but this was a big disappointment. And I have two other Natasha Denona palettes. I do have the Glam palette. I think everybody has the Glam palette. It's sort of a basic. I find that everything in the Glam palette kind of looks the same to me. I just think there's just limited looks with this. I'm not as excited about this as a lot of people are. But I like this one, this little one. This is just, it's a little one that has just some mattes in it, some basic matte shades. And I mean, that works okay, but I'm not, as a brand, I don't think Natasha Denona is all that great. Yeah. Laura Geller, sweet Laura Geller. I love her as a person. I have yet again tried to make an eyeshadow palette of hers work, and it just is so subpar. This is the multi-finish eyeshadow palette. Nude Attitude. Again, TJ Maxx for $5.99. Why is it there? Because it failed, probably. It's not selling. Her eyeshadow palettes are not that good. And I know a lot of you like her face products. I kind of like some of them, but not really. But speaking of TJ Maxx, they have the Grinch series, and this is the Taste Beauty Grinch series. So this is last year's. And I don't know, everybody seems to want to do the Grinch stuff. There's a new Grinch series that just came out, and there's a new Peanut series that just came out I was looking at. I liked the lipsticks. I think Ulta did it. So So with this one, you get this with the little scene here with Cindy Lou Who and yeah, his dog. And now it looks like it has a lot of potential, and actually I'm not mad at this palette. It's got a lot of, especially the greens are really nice. It's got a really nice assortment, and this was $9.99. This was $9.99, and it's got some great colors in it. And the pigmentation wasn't bad. And usually Taste Beauty is all show and no performance, but I think this was a good attempt from them. And I just thought it was very seasonal. Now this one is the complexion palette from the same thing, from Taste Beauty. And I just thought there was an amazing assortment here. You've got your mirror here with the Grinch going like that. And then you've got these blushes. Look at the assortment of blushes and highlighter. I think that's really nice. You've got the golden, the neutral, and the cool tone highlighters. And then you've got kind of a warm, neutral, and cool tone blushes. This is really nice, and at TJ Maxx right now, this is $6.99. So if you see it, I like the quality of it. I think it's quite nice, so not bad. Not to be undone, Profusion has released a Harry Potter collection. They have another similar thing, must be making them at the same factory, I don't know, but they Hogwarts Academy, if you know the Harry Potter thing, very nice. Interesting colors, an interesting color scheme here. You can get this at Walmart. Profusion. I like the mirror inside of the thing because it's just magical looking. The purples are really neat. The purple blues and periwinkles are nice. And the greens and turquoise, these are perfect for my winter wardrobe. So I thought this was a great little palette for the seasonal. They do have the names of all of the colors. It doesn't matter to me what they're named, but yeah, and it's so cute. So cute. I am still enjoying my Profusion. This is the mascara from Profusion, and it's called Faux Lash Mascara, and it comes in black only. There's not a second shade. I do have a backup of this. I love this so much. I did get a backup. They're $3.98, and this is my favorite mascara this year. Spoiler alert for my best of the year. This is gonna make it. Packaging is beautiful. The mascara itself, absolutely wonderful. It does not leave dings, it does not flake. It lasts all day. I absolutely love it, and it's $3.98. You cannot beat this. I got this in Walmart. They have a Profusion section, and it's usually on the top row with the eyeliners and stuff, and the brow stuff. You'll see it up there. Only one color. So this is it. It says new. Definitely pick that up if you can. And Sigma, warm neutrals from Sigma. Again, I think this was at TJ Maxx for some reason, and I don't, because they still have this in their current catalog of eyeshadows. So hopefully Sigma continues to make this, because this is just a phenomenal palette. I used it all through October, November, and it's beautiful. Warm neutrals from Sigma, and they have all the colors on the back and their names. Really nice. You know, it's outside my comfort level in some cases, some of the berries and stuff, but really beautiful. I had 2 orders. I did wind up getting a Charlotte Tilbury, an old favorite of mine, and this is In Love with Olivia lipstick that comes with its own sarcophagus. Its own little funeral thing there. It's like a crypt, the crypt of lipstick here. I love this color. It's a beautiful shade. The case is lovely. I'm not mad at her anymore. have a type, I guess, with these lipsticks. I don't know. Very, very nice. Charlotte Tilbury, In Love with Olivia, was the shade I wore the most this month. I also did, just for ha-has, I did get the Sky High mascara, and this is the mauve shade, I think. And it's kind of a purpley shade, a berry shade. And if you have your lashes done in like a black undercoat and then put this over the top, it's really pretty. It's a very pretty, different kind of a look. It's not over the top strange. It's just a little bit of an added color to your eyes, and it looks nice. It comes off a little bit deeper than it looks in the tube. This is kind of nice. Nail polishes, all from one of those big lot kind of stores, Ollie's, one of those kind of places. These are the Cosmic Colors, Cosmic spelled with a K, colors. They work really well. Like the Revlon nail polishes, these work really well. And this particular color is what I have on my nails right now. It's kind of a holographic shade. It's neat. It goes pink and plain, and then it goes this bright kind of neon, yellowy, eerie, ghosty color. It's kind of neat. But I did get other shades that would be kind of fun, because I can go crazy with my nails. I did at the sale try the Kosas lip oil. Thought that was very nice. It's very soothing. It's very popular. And my lips get very dry in the winter time, so I thought this was the ideal one. I don't mind spending a little more for something of quality in this category. There's no awful taste. It gives a nice gloss to the lips without being over the top, and I think it's just amazing. This particular shade, Unbuttoned. My perfume this month has been, aside from those 20 samples, I did get the Lieb, the YSL Lieb. Absolutely wonderful perfume. That's a date night perfume, even though I don't have a date night right now. And I did pick up in one of those places, those locked places. This is Mana Kadar. These are her lip stains collection. It was $5.99 for this assortment. They probably are last year's, but I thought it would be fun to try different colors and see if I have a new color that I might want to try as a lip color. So anyway, I think that's it for today. I will be back very, very soon with my Advent calendar video, and then once I move, I'll be able to spend more time with you and do a little bit more interesting videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful holiday, and whatever you celebrate or don't celebrate, I hope you're comfortable and warm in the winter weather, and I hope you're nice and cool if you're down in Australia, going through the hot summer right now in Australia. So everybody take care. Play safe. Toodles.